Hey yo, thanks for tuning in to Celeb Source, your source for celeb news. Now today we have, hey yo man, we got Lil Mama talking about when she jumped up on stage with Jay-Z, man. We gonna talk about that in a second, man. All right. We also got the Adin Raw SexyRed fiasco, man. I didn't want to do it. I tried to avoid it, but it just keep popping up in my feed, so I might as well just give it to you. You know what I'm saying? We got some prayers that need to be thrown up for Haiti, man. Bishop Whitehead being found guilty, man. Cardi B losing a tooth, man. OJ the Juiceman, Don Lemon and Boosie getting his life saved by a fan. Again, thanks for tuning in. Oh, Key said what up, y'all. Thanks for tuning in to Celeb Source Show. If this is your first time to the channel, man, be sure to hit that like button if you feel any part of the content. We definitely appreciate that. That notification bell's waiting for your tap, so go and give it a tap. And that subscribe button's waiting for your subscription, man, so go on and touch that too. Yeah. We got a lot of stories here, so we're going to go fast with it. All right, listen. Remember a couple years ago, man, Jay-Z and Alicia Keys, they were performing the New York song, and then Lil Mama jumped up on stage, man. She crossed her arms and started nodding her head, and she was just standing there up on stage. Everybody was like, what the hell is she doing up there, man? You know what I'm saying? And I mean, like folks had so many jokes. It got so bad, like they made memes out of her hopping up on stage and stuff like that. They started, look, everywhere you went, you see a picture of Lil Mama just standing somewhere like with her arms crossed. They made stickers out of it. There were bumper stickers. A Lil Mama standing there with her arms crossed. It was insane. Okay. Anyway, she's explained, you know, how difficult it was to get on with life after that, because I mean, she jumped up on stage with Jay-Z, and Jay-Z was like, yo, you ain't supposed to be here. I mean, and they ignored her. You know how horrible it feels to, you know how horrible it is to be ignored, man? Because when you ignore someone, you're essentially not even acknowledging their presence. Even like when you walk past people, right? Sometimes you might look at them, make eye contact. You know, I do the slight little nod to say, I see you, man. You know what I mean? And just keep it moving. You don't got to stare somebody down. But they acted like she didn't even exist. Which, you know, could be like, because you ain't supposed to hop up on stage. Anyway, she explained what she went through after having dealt with that, because apparently she went through a period of depression. It's not funny. What you laughing at? It ain't funny. She went through a period of depression. Okay? She gonna talk about that. And you ain't gonna laugh. Take a listen.
In the beginning, I was hurt. Tyrese called my phone as soon as I got home. He was like, bro, you ain't tell me you was performing? First of all, my heart is racing. I'm already mad embarrassed. I'm like, you crazy, Ty. Why would you say something like that? Performing. And I had to deal with like Love on the radio in the morning, Wendy Williams, Angie Martinez, who she talked to Jay. And he was just like, yeah, you know, I didn't like it. And he was so angry, and I was just trying my best to do everything I could. After a while, I was like, forgive yourself, bro. Bro, I was hurt. I was depressed. I was like, yo, what's going on? And then you got everybody telling you like you're doing bad. People pointing at you like, what did you do?
How was you able to get through that?
People go through, bro. And I be like, so blessed. Met a girl. She had a fight in Brooklyn, a train station. She trying to get Shorty off her. This girl coming up to her. She leaving the train station now. She going through the turnstile. Shorty coming up to her being the aggressor. I don't know where she...
Now that's fascinating. She realized like, yo, you know what? I complained about walking a mile in these shoes, and I looked at the man over there. He ain't got no feet. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's how it is sometimes. Sometimes you gotta, I honestly and firmly think that that's the best way to go about things. When you're ready to complain about something, you gotta consider who might have it worse than you. Then shut your damn mouth. Because guess what? Essentially, right? The way I look at life is like this. Man, I slept on I got a pillow. I got a pillow at the crib. Like, I rest my head on a pillow. There are people that don't sleep on pillows, man. I could have sworn I read that Jesus grabbed a rock and slept on that joint. You know what I'm saying? I use it as a pillow. Did I read that? I don't even know if it was. Like, what I'm saying is, not everybody has the luxuries that you get to enjoy. You follow what I'm saying? There was a time when I was intensely patriotic to this country, and I used to tell the students, man, I used to be like, yo, man, you get to go to a water fountain and press a button, and that water just come out, and it'd be clear, and you could drink it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, never mind the fact you might grow a tail, you could drink it. You follow me? Sometimes we have way more than we should, and the problem is that when you're spoiled in a place like here, you can begin to behave in a very entitled manner. Like, oh, like you deserve the thing that you have when you really don't. She said that girl said, get out of here. And that's when it hit her like, man, you know what? I got it good. I'm over here ready to cry off of depression. Dude looked mad uncomfortable. He started looking around like, oh, nah, I probably shouldn't ask that question. But, hey, look, man, you on Celeb Sauce now, bro. So be happy. Anyway, let me ask you a question. Did you eat? Post in the comments below what you had for dinner today. You know what I'm saying? Get a little bit of engagement down there. And while we get engagement, you might as well hit the like button. Look, post what you ate for dinner, or post the last thing that you just ate. Okay? The last thing you just ate, put Lil in front of it, and that is your name. Listen. Did you eat? Because if you ate what I'm about to tell you, that food about to come right back up. Listen, Adin Ross has told the world that he smashed SexyRed. Now, you like, why is this news again? It just keeps showing up on my feed, man. So I'm just going to tell you, right? Because I think when I cover these stories, I look for the morals. I look for the stories. I look to learn. See, I'm the kind of individual who learns from watching you stick your hand on the stove and not me. Okay? Take a listen to what he told DJ Academics and then try to hold your food down as best as possible. Take a listen.
I did fuck SexyRed.
Okay. Fuck it. There we go. Some truth. How was it?
It was good. It was really good.
She was throwing it back. You could handle it?
Nah, she was kind of being the dominant one.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. When I seen it, you seen that sex tape of hers drop, like it's always a chick that
I jerked off to it, and that's what made me hit her up.
You're lying.
No, I'm being for real.
You don't like black girls though.
I do.
I think you're intimidated by black women. I'm serious.
No, I'm not.
You have a Latina fetish, and that's a fact.
How the fuck do you know that?
So he told DJ Academics that he smashed SexyRed. Okay, he said like, oh, it wasn't bad. Okay, stating that she took his virginity. Now, when we say virginity, the virginity is. And I hope you don't have kids listening. If you have kids listening, just go on ahead and just double click the thing so it can fast forward. Unless you're like, man, my kid's been on Instagram. They've heard worse. Okay, fine. Okay. Adin Ross said that she took his virginity, but apparently the virginity that was took is black girl virginity. Okay. In other words, this is his first time having had relations with a black girl, which really is horrible because I could have sworn I covered the story where SexyRed said, whenever she has relations with people and they have on condoms, it smells like fish. And everybody was like, whoa, if it smelled like fish. And then she said, that's why I don't like having sex with condoms, because it makes your boo-boon smell like fish. And everybody was like, sis, the condoms are not what makes your boo-boon smell like fish. You are what makes your boo-boon smell like fish. Now, or it could be like a disease or STI, STD, however you want to call it. I'm old school. I call it an STD. Okay. So Adin Ross said, yeah, I had woo-ha with SexyRed. Okay. SexyRed showed up and said, you paid me to take your virginity, and I did just that. Next. I'm over here like, whoa, wait a minute. Did she just admit to being a prostitute, bro? And she essentially said that he's a John. These people, I mean, I can't believe this is the world we live in. Listen, Adin Ross came back and said, first of all, my first time ever with a black girl, I will vouch you took my black girl virginity. I didn't pay though. Why you lying and said I paid? Adin, it's too late. You paid. You're a John. She's a pro. Okay? I mean, look. This can't be real. This can't be real. Apparently, her PR team might have caught up with her like, hey, what the hell? Look, Janae Weary, what the hell is you doing? You just admitted on social media that you're a paid whore, right? Like a prostitute. I didn't say it. Don't get mad at me. Like, oh, I can't believe you said it. She said it. She came back to the mic. She said, psych, you couldn't touch me with a stick. She probably looked at the PR team like, see, fixed. Hey, look, technically, we didn't see anything that these people did. One guy just said it. She said she agreed and then she denied it. So which one you going to hold on to? You're going to hold on to what he said and what she initially said, or you're going to hold on to her denial? Because as of now, Adin did it with her. She is denying that it happened. She said that he paid, but he denied that he paid. You see how that works? So he said he had relations with her, carnal relations. She is now denying it. She said he paid for the carnal relations, but he denied that part. You can't get your stories right. Y'all can't get y'all stories right. So that's what I'm saying, man. That's why education is key. And these people can't even get the story right. They can't even get the story right. Gosh, this is why we need to pray. And speaking of prayer, I need you to throw up some prayers for the country of Haiti. Now, Haiti is the first country, the first black country to win its independence against the colonizers. And I personally believe that all the colonizers and all the countries that are against that kind of thing made sure that Haiti, we're going to make you never forget the fact that you got your independence. So they've done things like worked towards making sure that Haiti remains impoverished. Okay. Plus, and this is in addition to a lot of the leaders that were in Haiti that, you know what I'm saying, operated according to their greed. Okay. Listen, man, Haiti is going through a lot of turmoil, man. I'm talking like crazy turmoil. And 'cause I don't know if you've heard, but apparently gangs have taken over the country. You're like, oh, so it ain't too far from the United States. Yeah, I know. It ain't. Gangs are trying to take over here, but there's one gang bigger than gangs itself. It's the police force. You know what I'm saying? The gangs are afraid of the police. And once you say police or they start screaming, oh my God, snitch. They try to throw out the snitch word because they're so deafified of the police. Because the police don't cuff around. The police will show up 80 deep just to arrest you because you threw your dog into the woods. Because you didn't want it no more. Listen, because it was incontinent. Listen, according to Revolt, it says armed gangs in Haiti have influenced political and economic interests for decades. Prominent gang leader of G9, Jimmy Barbecue Cherizier, joined forces with other gangs to force Henry's surrender. Henry is the prime minister, I believe, of Haiti. It said a week before Henry's resignation, a former police officer who is under UN sanctions for human rights abuses, threatened if Henry didn't okay, so the chief gang member is a former police officer. Okay, the guy Barbecue. And you know why they gave him the name Barbecue? Yeah, you know why they gave him the name Barbecue. All right. Threatened if if the prime minister did not resign, Haiti would be heading straight for a civil war that will lead to genocide. So the prime minister has resigned. Now, here's the craziest thing about this, okay? I asked my moms. I was like, I was talking to my moms because, you know what I'm saying? She used to stay in Haiti. I said, Mom, man, let me ask you a question. I said, you know Jimmy Cherizier, you know what I'm saying, Barbecue? She was like, oh, yeah, I know Barbecue. Barbecue, cool. He good people. I said, oh, my gosh, my mother's a gangster. My mother's a little gangbanger. You see what I'm saying? Why you think I tell you we got to pat her down before she get in the car, man? Okay? My mom's was like, yo, I'm down for Trump. I'm down for Barbecue. I said, Ma, you's a clown for that. I don't look, I dropped the cards. I don't care who you is. If you on some clown-ish, you on some clown. I was like, Ma, you on some clown-ish. Trump? She was like Trump and Barbecue. I said, damn, my mother's part of the damn. She's part of G9, apparently. She was like, nah, Barbecue be helping out in the community. I said, Ma, Barbecue is a gangster. He's a gang leader. There was a whole documentary on this, Ma. She was like, no, he's good peoples. I said, oh my gosh, Ma, don't come over to the crib. Listen, it says Henry surrendered while being stranded in Puerto Rico, a consequence of the unrelenting gang attacks forcing the closure of Haiti's airports. Yeah, that's right, the gangs took over the daggone airports. Since the start of the new year, heavily armed gangs have gained more power than ever, crippling Haiti's state security forces. Attacks include burning police stations, attacking the capital's main airport, and raiding two of the country's biggest prisons where more than 4,000 inmates were released. They released 4,000 inmates. Businesses and schools have been forced to close. This is terrible stuff here. Okay? Terrible stuff. Yeah, I choked on my spit. Listen. Yeah, look, I ain't cut it out. We don't edit stuff like that. Listen, this is horrible, man. I mean, my thing is this. If you really want to help the community, don't let out the gangsters. Build the schools, okay? All the gangbangers that are here in the United States, I don't care about how much money you have. Put some money in a damn education system so there could be less gangsters out here, okay? I think I know what it is. Gangsters want people as dumb as possible so that they can influence them. You know what I'm saying? And take advantage of them, all right? Yeah, man, we need to throw up prayers for Haiti, man, because this is a disaster. It really is a disaster. And this is all after, you remember the Haitian president was assassinated in 2001. Remember how they assassinated him? And you know they tried to say it was his wife that set the whole situation up, right? Because they killed him in front of her, left her alive. When you on some, I mean, I ain't never killed nobody. But when you on some kills, you got to get all the witnesses. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying, I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Mask off. You know what I'm saying? We coming for your life. Mask on. You know what I'm saying? We coming for the paper. My bad. Let me go to my next story because that was way too long. And look, I just accidentally switched over to my Bible app. Oh, speaking of which, you remember the fancy bishop that was flashing all of his wealth on the internet doing exactly what the scriptures teach we shouldn't do? Bro was found guilty in federal court of wire fraud, attempted extortion, and lying to the FBI. Okay. Bro was found guilty on 5 counts and looted a parishioner's retirement savings and tried to extort a businessman to fuel his lavish lifestyle. Okay. He was accused of lying to the FBI agents by denying that he had a second cell phone. That's crazy. You got another cell phone? Nope. Okay. And then they find it out. You're going to jail. He was the one that, remember when dudes came in, they robbed him in the church of $1 million in jewelry? Remember that? He was also the one that prosecutors state he jacked the parishioner of, what I tell you, 90K in retirement savings by falsely promising that he will find her a home and invest the rest in his real estate business. And instead of that, he spent the money on luxury goods and clothing. Now, that Bishop Lamar Whitehead faces 45 years in the slammer. What did he state? Let me see here. Yeah. Listen, man. The man was found guilty. The story isn't over. All right. This is what he said. He goes, the story isn't over. It's just a new chapter. Stay tuned. God is still God. They can all laugh now and talk. After this, Jesus will still get the glory. Stay tuned for this new chapter called Truth and Vindication. Close quote. Yeah, behind bars. You forgot that part. Truth and vindication behind bars. Bro, you ain't supposed to do this kind of stuff. This shames the gospel, man. Less people now. You turn more people off from the gospel. And that's the last thing that we need. We need more people to become followers of Christ, not less. Gosh. You know what I'm saying? Making the joint look crazy. He might could be saved, but he's making it look crazy. Now I'm sitting over here trying to, okay, what's my time looking like? 16? All right, look. Cardi B lost a tooth in a tragic eating accident. This is sad stuff. Sad stuff right here. Take a look at what she look like.
How y'all doing, mother?
Yeah. Cardi B on her croissant right now, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you know what drives me crazy, man? They could lose teeth and just be smiling and laughing about it. If you lose teeth, that's it. You ain't getting no more. It's just the end. Because heavens knows if you don't have dental coverage, you just lost a tooth. That's why like so many people losing them back teeth and stuff like that. They don't got them and they just can't get them back. That's why I be feeling like, man, these celebrities, man, they be having it good, boy. We make it so that Cardi can have get another tooth. She on her croissant right now. Listen, man. Let me go to my shout outs real quick. Do I have any shout outs? I think I do. Do I? Let me double check. I don't know if I do. Now I gotta wonder. Shout out to My High Grace. My High Grace said about Meek Mill. After reading his tweets, I'm supposed to believe someone who tweets like this is an amazing lyricist? Okay. Hey, look, I was talking to a student today, man. You don't have to be amazing to be on the radio. Now, Meek does have like when I've heard him rap and stuff like that. I'm like, okay, all right, he knows what he's like. He can rap, he knows what he's doing. But you know what's crazy? a lot of artists, like, think about it. Think about when I hear some of these artists, you know what I'm saying? I heard we had Nicki Minaj saying what she was saying, okay? A lot of artists, they express themselves better through their music than through actual speech. And I don't know, maybe that is like, when they write their stuff out, you know what I mean? Like, who knows? You know what I'm saying? But a lot of artists can't really express themselves very well unless they're doing it through their musical craft. You know, maybe they're on some Leonardo da Vinci, like, I could paint this joint. Well, Leonardo da Vinci was a bunch of things, though. You know what I'm saying? He was a philosopher, botanist. You know what I mean? He was a Renaissance man. But whatever, listen. P is me said, for sure that sweater is definitely fire. Shout out to Fire Drip. Oh, Fire Drip is from yesterday's BBWs. You know what I'm saying? Black Business Wednesdays, man. Check out yesterday's video to see what P is me is talking about, because Fire Drip has some hot stuff. Oh, shoot. Man, let me go to work. All right, I'm back from work, man. You know what I'm saying? The kids didn't fight. It's a good day. You know what I mean? It's a good, like, because sometimes they get violent and they want to fight and stuff like that. And then I got to go break it up. You know what I mean? Like, I got to go break it up and dodge Tim Boots to the face. And whatever. I'm not gonna even go into that. Listen. Where we at over here? I think it was P is me, right? Yeah, P is me was basically talking about Fire Drip, okay? Because we had Black Business Wednesday yesterday, man. And we told you before, we're gonna tell you again, man. Black businesses, man. We're trying to promote these independent black businesses, man. I'm still trying to link up with this group that promotes these businesses, man. Because like that, because the playing field ain't fair, man. It's not level. You know what I mean? Art Mac said, bro, you're annoying. Shaking my head. Learn to get to your point and keep your lame humor. You know what you forgot, sir? You forgot to unsubscribe, right? You forgot to unsubscribe. Where we at over here, man? Party over here said, look. Party said, I understand Meek Mill's tweets like an unsaved person understands the Bible. In other words, not well at all. Hey, look, man, I feel you. Yeah. If you're not in a relationship, look, if you're not in a relationship with God, it's essentially like opening up somebody else's mail. And you be like, what the hell is this? You don't know what it is. You know what I mean? Where we at? All right, let's get right back to it. Wrap this bad boy up. Lord, forgive me for saying, what the hell is this? I feel like I shouldn't have said it at that point. You know what I mean? Forgive me for that. Look, you gotta, you know what I'm saying? I want to have some reverence here. All right, my bad. OJ the Juiceman. Listen. OJ the Juiceman has rapped about being a trapper. Okay, he's a trap rapper. All right. He was arrested earlier this month for speeding in Georgia. Okay. The police, when they pulled him over, they looked into his stuff. They found cocaine and a 9mm handgun. You know what I mean? Inside the Ford Expedition. Okay, the man was hit with drug trafficking charges. He was hit with gun possession charges and other traffic related charges. This man was really rapping about stuff he was really doing. And you know what that leads me to understand and believe? If you really do commit crime, don't talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if that's your thing, don't glorify it, because that gives the authorities like excellent information that works against you. Please don't rap about actual things that you actually do. I mean, look, this ain't his first time either, man. You know what I mean? He was arrested in 2022 for possession of a handgun by a convicted felon, possession of marijuana, and possession of drug paraphernalia. It was another traffic stop. See, sometimes you notice that these guys, they just get caught out there. I don't know if they just acting suspicious or if their license plate kind of, raises a red flag. I would imagine it would. I would imagine if you got some kind of a record, man, red flags will start popping up all over the police scanners and stuff like that. If you're a police officer, let us know in the comments below. Do the red flags be popping up all over the scanners when you're dealing with a felon or ex-con or something like that? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm curious. Because, I don't know. And I don't know any police officers. I ain't that close with any police officers. You know what I'm saying? But I know y'all be listening, though. Oh, wait, not yet. Listen, Don Lemon, okay? Apparently, remember Don Lemon got fired from, I think it was CNN. Wasn't it CNN? I think CNN fired Don Lemon, right? Well, apparently he went right back on CNN and spoke on how he is doing his own thing, right? His own show. And he was canceled by Elon Musk for his first interview, which just so happens to be Elon Musk. Take a listen to what Don Lemon had to say about that.
Hi everyone, Elon Musk is mad at me, and I just put out a statement about what happened between him, me, and the interview that he is apparently so upset about. But make no mistake about this. This is going to be my first episode of the Don Lemon Show this coming Monday, March 18th, so make sure you tune in. This does not change anything about the show except for my relationship with Elon and X, and there's a whole lot that went down, and I'm going to tell you about in the coming days. I know, though, that many of you were not happy that I was doing this in the first place, and you told me so. I just want you to know that I did this deal because not only do I believe in free speech, but I believed that this was the best possible chance for the work that I'm doing to reach the largest amount of people. So speaking of free speech, right, I thought the first person interview, no brainer, Elon Musk, the man who calls himself a free speech absolutist. I asked him to do it. He willingly agreed to the interview. Throughout our conversation, I kept reiterating to him that although it was tense at times, I thought it was good for people to see and hear our exchange and that they would learn from our conversation, learn more about him, learn more about me. But apparently, free speech absolutism doesn't apply when it comes to questions about him from people like me. What did we talk about? Why is he so upset? Does he even have a reason to be upset? Make sure you watch it on Monday on YouTube and everywhere you listen to podcasts, and you can decide for yourself. You can even watch it on X because I'm still going to post it there, and I'm sure others will as well.
Yeah, you know what it is. Platform is free. It's free speech unless the speech is against me. You know what I mean? Which should highlight the fact that really nothing is free. Okay? You gotta pay for everything. Not even speech is actually free. Like, there are consequences for it. You can pay. You think free speech is free when you have to pay for the things that you say? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. Like, cut it out. Even if it is, you're paying with your information. Okay? Like, you think you can hop on a platform and just say what you need to say, but they'll sell your information to other places. You know what it is, man. And finally, apparently, people are out here saving Boosie's life. His whole life, okay? A fan drove for 3 hours to deliver Boosie a dose of insulin. You're like, well, why didn't he have the insulin on him? I don't know. Why don't you have the things you need on you? You know what I'm saying? Do you always have medicine just sitting in your pocket? You're like, if I was like diabetic, I would. Oh, well. Well, he didn't. Okay. He didn't have his insulin on him, apparently. And the fan drove 3 hours. If you're having like an attack, like, can't you, like, 3 hours? Ain't that a long time? I feel like that's a long time. I feel like if they had to drive 3 hours, that it wasn't really that, like, it wasn't an emergency. You follow what I'm saying? Is it me? Whatever. The fan drove for 3 hours to deliver Boosie the insulin, right? I guess he tried to pay her and she refused the payment. She just wanted a photo, okay? So took the photo. She went back home, stopped at a store, bought a scratch-off ticket, and won $10K. Yo, that's crazy, man. Ain't that crazy? Like, I went through the comments and everybody was like, God is an awesome God. Yeah. Like, I can see how that could be. Like, you know, what you reap is what you sow type thing. Like, when you do good things happen. Well, you know what? I take that back. Because it's not always like that. See, if you ever read a book called Job, that was the problem that Job's boys had. They had this kind of system in their mind of how God works. And in their system, they were like, well, if you do good, God is good to you. And if you do bad, God is bad to you. And God was like, don't ever talk about me like that again. How dare you? Yeah, I mean, Job, go raise a sacrifice and an offering for your stupid friends. I don't operate like that. I'm always good, regardless of whether you're bad. In fact, I'm almost way more good to you when you're bad. But it works against you in the end, right? Because then you heap upon yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, don't store up evil, hoping to get way more good, because that joint plays against you in at the end. But anyway, that's besides the point. Listen, yes, Boosie should have had the insulin on him. Yes, the person drove 3 hours to deliver this man some insulin. That's medication. He tried to pay her and she didn't take it. That means like she was going to get that 10K one way or the other. That 10K, see, that's the kind of ideology that I have, that she would have gotten that money from Boosie, or she would have gotten that money from like she'd have walked upon it and found the 10. The 10K was destined to be her. I have a slightly fatalistic outlook on life. Like certain things that you are going to get, you are going to get them regardless. And in my opinion, I believe certain things you will get either the easy way or you will get it the hard way. You know what I'm saying? Even when it comes down to, you know what I mean, being connected to the Most High. The Most High, I believe, is like, yo, you connect to me one way or the other. Make it the easy way. Okay? Make it enough. You like, that don't really go with that, but I see what you tried to do. Yeah, well, I tried. Okay? I did my best. Yeah, man. But look, God is watching every single thing, man. And I believe, and look, man, I think he stands ready to bless folks. And how much more would he want to bless you when you and when I talk about blessing, I ain't talking about money, because blessings ain't always money. In fact, I think money is more often a curse than a blessing. But because I mean, like, you give money to a person that got the wrong intentions and it's over. You know what I mean? But yeah, man. A major blessing is everyone just liking you and wanting to look out for you. That's a major blessing. And that usually comes from just being a decent person. Okay? Be good with the people around you, man. And trust me, it'll make your life a lot better. If you want to try to exercise some kind of authority and whatnot, and try to be big and bad, don't nobody love nor care for that. So, you know, I'm just giving you a little bit of a G. All right? Plus, I ain't had no script today, so my bad. I apologize for that. Listen, let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Be sure to like. Be sure to subscribe. Thanks for tuning in to Celeb Source, your source, Celeb News.